there, you're watching Go on Char TV, the Solstice edition. Well, hello there. You are watching Go on Char TV, and yes, it is a Solstice edition, the Solstice Festival edition, actually. And if you haven't heard of Solstice Festival, well, we're going to go straight into a story, and Jenny Porton is going to tell you all about it.
Summer solstice happens when the sun reaches its highest position in the sky. Many refer to it as the longest day of the year. But this year, the term solstice has a whole new meaning for the Alberni Valley.
It's a celebration of community, really, and community with art, and that's really what I'm emphasizing. With the Solstice Arts Festival, art is a pretty general term, and I think with this festival it's concentrating on more of the arts, the performing arts, the visual arts. There's going to be culture involved in food and music and artisans and vendors, so there's going to be lots going on.
That's right. Artists are coming together from all over the island to celebrate art under our new Solstice Festival umbrella. And for one local artist, the Solstice Arts Festival is just the opportunity for her to unleash her imagination and share her creativity.
It is a bit of a process, but I enjoy every stage of it. I enjoy making the patterns and letting out one of the ideas that's ping-ponging around in there, because there's still a lot of ideas in there that want to come out. And then the paint, you get to play with color and try and make the textures work even more that you've molded into the leather itself.
Sandy's just one of the friendly faces you'll see at the Solstice Arts Festival, as the Arts Council of the Alberni Valley has joined forces with 3 other nonprofit societies to put this event on.
All 4 of us are nonprofit, so these fundraisers that we continually do throughout the year are very important to the sustainability of these organizations. I mean, and it's a perfect event to come to start off your summer, celebrating the summer solstice with us, but also too, you're also helping to support us as well, and that's a really big key factor in this whole element of this event.
Alberni's first annual Solstice Arts Festival is sure to be a celebration you don't want to miss.
I'm so excited by it because I can see it being the germ, the little seed that's going to grow into something really fabulous for Port Alberni. And the collaboration between the theatre and the Community Arts Council and Art Rave and Art Matters, and everybody's working together and putting it together and combining their resources, and I think even our first one's going to be a really fabulous festival for the Alberni Valley.
The Solstice Arts Festival takes place on June 17th, 18th, and 19th, so make sure to get your tickets soon. For Go on Char TV, I'm Jenny Porton.
Yes, that's right. The Solstice Festival is actually 4 different groups coming together under one umbrella, each putting on their own thing and creating one fabulous 3-day festival on Father's Day weekend. And Melissa Martin, a lot of it is happening right here at the Roland Arts Centre, isn't it?
Yeah, you bet. We've got a lot happening right here on the grounds at the Roland Arts Centre.
And you used to have an event called Days with the Arts. This is kind of replacing that?
Yeah, correct. It used to be one of our biggest fundraisers. So Days with the Arts section of the Solstice Arts Festival is still a fundraiser for people, so that they are aware of that. But it's a weekend that's filled with a lot of artists here on the ground. So our Days with the Arts used to be a tour, a self-guided tour, but we decided to switch it up a bit and have it right here on the ground. So all the artists will be here at the Roland Arts Centre.
Actually, I think that's going to be so exciting. So there will be tables set up everywhere in all of these lovely gardens, with artists and craftspeople as well.
Yeah, we have, there's sort of be designated in 3 specific areas. One, our main garden, and then on our terrace, and those will be designated to artists and artisans and showing their paintings and their jewelry and their leather making. So there's a bunch of artists going on there. But then we'll have in our children's garden a little bit designated area for more or less like vendors. So there's going to be some other people over there selling, you know, pieces that they sell I guess, every day.
I think this is so exciting. People should be getting tickets.
Absolutely. Tickets are available. They're sort of vouchers that are available here at the Roland Arts Centre as well as Char's Landing. And what they will do is the day of the event, Friday, they can either come here for the evening's event or down at the Capitol, and they will replace those vouchers with a wristband. And that wristband will be placed on their wrist, and then that will get them in all weekend.
Excellent. Melissa, I think we've covered everything we need to cover up here.
We do have one special guest that I just wanted to mention, and I'm very excited about it. We have Randy Atleo on, and not that I'm highlighting him, but he's going to be here on the grounds carving a totem pole. So that's been in the works for quite a while, so it's very special to us, and it's another reason to come down and buy a ticket for the Solstice Arts Festival.
Absolutely. I apologize, Randy Atleo. We almost left you out, but Melissa wouldn't let us do that. And you can see behind us there's a lot of really cool carvings on the grounds right now as well.
Yeah, we had a wonderful event happening over the last couple of weeks, and it was these wonderful carvings done by some artists. They will be named at a later date. We'll have some plaques on them, but they will be situated around the grounds. So again, another reason to come to the Roland Arts Centre.
Always a good reason. We're going to tell you a little bit more about the festival in a few minutes. Melissa, thank you so much. But before we do that, we're going to head off on an adventure. Life can be a funny thing, a journey that follows winding and unexpected paths, a journey that led Catherine Johnson all the way from her prairie birthplace in Winnipeg to the back of an elephant crossing a swollen river in Thailand.
I moved all over Canada as a child, and then I bungee jumped out of life. I took off for 12 years and roamed the world.
Roaming the world with a backpack, traveling and experiencing cultures firsthand. Catherine's path would eventually lead her to Africa to see the mountain gorillas in Zaire.
In order to get to the gorillas, you had to hike in, and I hiked in through a Rwandan refugee camp. And it just had an amazingly profound effect on me. Not so much that it was so horrible to see these canvas-covered REID shelters, but that these people had picked up their lives and deposited them in the middle of nowhere. So I walked into the MSF offices in Nairobi and said, "Do you want to hire me?"
They definitely wanted to hire her. Catherine's training was as a medical laboratory technologist, a self-described malaria hunter, and she spent the next 8 years working with Doctors Without Borders, spending time in Thailand, Burma, Kenya, Uganda, Liberia, and Sierra Leone.
It fit. It was just, it felt right. I was having an effect. It was hard. It was frustrating. I was away from home a lot. But I was out in the world doing stuff, meeting people, accomplishing, having the adventures, but actually still doing something useful.
She was also writing journals and letters, documenting a life that others could only dream of. And when she eventually settled on Vancouver Island, those journals became the basis for a book, a work of fiction that she laughingly describes as a memoir gone mad.
Oh yeah, well, no, the book is the scariest thing I've ever done. Because the problem of a memoir gone mad is that people are wondering what part is me and what isn't. And there are parts in there that are definitely not me.
Luckily for her readers, there is a lot of Catherine in this book. Her humor and humanity, her understanding of global issues with the insight of one who has walked that path. Trusting Bamboo Bridges is available at Artemis Books in Port Alberni or through Catherine's website. Oh, and that elephant she was riding? No big, just an emergency evacuation from a jungle flood in Thailand. Really, just another day at work. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Nancy Wilmot. Wow, Catherine's story is so amazing. And of course, her adventure didn't end when she came back to Canada. Her and her partner, Peter Miras, own and operate Rendezvous Dive Adventures, and they live in paradise just down the inlet. Great couple and really a great book. You got to pick it up. Now, we are still talking about the Solstice Festival, and I am here with Barry Briere from the second group that is part of the Solstice Festival, Art Rave. And Art Rave is happening on the same weekend.
It sure is, and you know, although we have stuff, Art Ravens involved on Friday night up there with the group show and live music, I think our big contribution is going to be here, Solstice on the street in front of Char's Landing. It's a free event for family and adults, art activities, live music going on right until 11 p.m. with a dance on Saturday night and all day Sunday till 4 p.m. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward. We've got 3 groups this year pulling together. So, yes,
And you know, Art Rave has really honed this art festival business to a fine art. You really know how to put on a festival and involve everyone.
Well, we've been trying to do that, you know, with music, spoken word. This year we're going to have more theater representation. So, yeah, hopefully it's going to be bigger and better. And I really hope that all of you out there listening are going to help to spread the word, too, because that's what we need to happen in the last couple of weeks here.
It absolutely is. Festival again?
June 17th, 18th, and 19th, coming up real soon.
Barry, thank you so much. We're going to head down the street in just a few minutes and talk to one of the other groups, the 3rd group involved in this year's Solstice Festival. But before we do that, we're going to head out to a birthday party for a 90-year-old. Happy birthday to you. There are a few things that you just expect at birthday parties. Some crafts for little hands, some party favors, maybe even party favors you make yourself. And of course, a birthday cake. Yay! But this party is just a little different because these grade 2 students aren't celebrating the birthday of a classmate. In fact, it's not even the birthday of a person.
They're helping the Industrial Heritage Society celebrate the birthday of 2 of their trucks.
That's a very special truck.
Yes, it's a truck party put on by the Alberni Valley Museum and the Society committed to preserving and restoring vintage industrial equipment. And this event that brings together the very young and the very old seems to be putting a grin on everyone's face.
I think if you look at them, they seem to be enjoying it a lot. This is part of what built up Port Alberni, and that's part of our past, and it's good for them to know. And if they can get some enjoyment out of it, hands-on, that's even better.
Hands-on learning, hands-on history for some of the Valley's youngest citizens.
I love to have my kids experience community awareness, community involvement, and it's the history of our valley.
But it's also, after all, a party, and the youngsters aren't above playing favorites.
I like the 90-year-old because, well, the first thing, it has no doors. The truck was really big. It's funner than the other trucks. And I got to go with my friends.
No doors, big noisy trucks, and rides with your friends. Kind of a perfect day when you're in grade 2.
It was the best. Yes, it was really fun.
I think we learn from history. It keeps the community alive and vibrant. It gives them something to talk to with their grandparents. I think it's all important.
I think maybe that's what keeps us going.
Well, it's certainly what keeps these trucks going. The birthday party was held in honor of a 1926 Federal and the Expo truck that represented BC in 1967. Oh, and a big red Mercury was giving rides. All this and birthday cake too. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Nancy Wilmot.
Well, hello again. Today we're going to learn more about the letter I. We have the short I and the long I. So the first one is the short I, and it says it, just like the I in the English alphabet. And the first word for that is ink, and that means a fire. Inkwas is a lamp. Inkwas. The next set of letters are the long I's. And when we say long I's, we just lengthen the sound of the I's. Instead of I, we say I. So the word, one of the words for that is I, meaning big. Another word for that is iachtup, for a whale. We'll see you all next time. Chooch.
Deb, thank you so much. I swear I am beginning to pick up a little bit of new channels. Now, I am on my way down Argyle Street to the Capitol Theatre to meet a couple more folks to tell us a little bit more about the Solstice Festival. But before I get there, we're going to take a bit of a break, so please stay with us. Well, welcome back. You are still watching Go on Shaw TV. We are still talking about the Solstice Festival, that huge celebration of the arts that's happening on June 17th, 18th, and 19th. And I am with Group 3 and Group 4, who are part of the Solstice Festival. Brent Ronning, what's Portal Players doing during the festival?
Well, opening night, Friday, June 17th, 8:30 p.m. Mike and the Rockin' Recliners are here at the Capitol Theatre, and so we're really looking forward to a great evening, kicking off the weekend with music. And Saturday, we'll be having improv at 9:30 at night at the Capitol Theatre, and Sunday, we'll be having the story of the Huu-ay-aht First Nations First People.
Excellent. There's so much going on, and the wristband gets you into these events?
All of our events, and of course, all of the events that Art Matters Society is hosting at the Capitol Theatre, well, all of those days as well.
Excellent. This is very exciting. Did I cut you off earlier? Was there something else other than the story of the Huu-ay-aht First People?
No, those are the three events that we're producing, but...
Excellent. Yeah. I always have to worry because sometimes I do get excited and cut people off. Brent, thank you so much. Gwen Hunt from Art Matters Society, what are you guys doing?
Well, we've got 6 different shows. We've got The Hatter and William versus the World is on Sunday at 3 p.m. The rest of our shows are all on Saturday. Andrew Wade is from Richmond, great entertainer. He's doing both of those shows, The Hatter and William versus the World. We've also got Cougar Annie coming back, Katrina Kodosky from Victoria, which is a huge draw for people and an amazing show. We have a children's show called New MacDonald Has a Farm, which is adorable and delightful with children from 7 to 10, maybe 11. And The Curse of the Pharaoh's Tomb, which is a good time summertime radio play, is at 3 o'clock just after the children's show. And then in the evening, my play The Tin Box is at 8:30. Just after Cougar Annie and before the Improv War.
So much going on. And again, the wristband gets you into all of these?
All of the shows, yeah. Yeah.
This has got to be great value. A $20 wristband, you've got 3 events put on by Portal Players, 6 performances put on by Art Matters, as well as what's happening on on the grounds at the Roland Arts Centre. An amazing weekend. Boy, I hope it goes well for you guys.
Oh, it's going to be great, yeah. And don't forget to hang out in the street. We have a psychedelic Shakespeare tent. We're also doing Shakespeare and puppet theater. A lot of good times for everybody.
Unbelievable. Thank you two so much for telling me about it. And you out there, make sure you mark your calendars, June 17th, 18th, and 19th. You're not going to want to miss this. Now, we are getting close to the end of our show, but I hear Melissa Martin has more to tell us about, so we're heading out to Art Avenue to have a little chat.
Welcome back to another edition of Art Avenue, again coming from the lovely grounds at the Roland Arts Centre with some wonderful friends of mine here in the gardens. We'll get right to it with Char's Landing, some concerts that are happening. Wednesday, June 22nd is Ian Reid, and he is a Western Canadian tour singer-songwriter with eclectic folk, and he does a bit of ukulele. And Thursday, June 23rd is Sarah Smith, which is a rock duo. So certainly if you're interested in any of those concerts, stop by Char's Landing for your advance tickets today. And Draw Gallery has an exhibit on right now. It's called Spring into Art. It's a group exhibit, and that is on until June 30th. Life drawing sessions also are taking place at Draw Gallery, with teen nights on Mondays and adults, which meet every Tuesday and Wednesday. So for more information, contact Draw Gallery today. And here's a reminder for the Jane Austen Festival that's taking place July 8th and 9th right here in the Alberni Valley. There's a brunch happening here at the Roland Arts Centre and a tea, as well as a promenade, but you have to register for the promenade ahead of time because that's going to be hopefully making some records in the Guinness Book of World Records. So for more information, you can contact us right here at the Roland Arts Centre or come in and buy your tickets today. Well, that's it for another edition of Art Avenue, but a few reminders before I go. Our next exhibit taking place in the gallery is Solstice Inspiration, and that is an invitational exhibit put on by Art Rave to incorporate the Solstice weekend. So, and that is on until July 1st. Also, 2 tickets are available now for Teas on the Terrace, which take place here on the grounds of the Roland Arts Centre for July and August, as well as tickets or vouchers for the Solstice Arts Festival, and those are available here at the Roland Arts Centre as well as at Char's Landing. So until next time, I'm Melissa Martin for Art Avenue.
We're here on location at the Maritime Discovery Centre, Port Alberni's lighthouse on the wharf, and I'm with Nicole Shanks because, Nicole, you have a big event coming up.
We sure do. We have our grand opening for the season coming up on June 18th from noon to 4.
And this is also the grand unveiling of your summer exhibit.
That's right. We have the outboard motor exhibit that's new to us, and it was donated to us by Bob Cole, who formerly of the Port Boathouse.
Now, I know there are a lot of boaters out there, a lot of fishermen that are going to be very interested in this, and they've also been watching these 2 lovely vintage boats that have been refurbished through the fence. Are they going to have access to them?
Of course, yeah. We'll have the gate open and we'll have access also through the museum itself.
So we're talking about the Tatouche and the Swan and the outboard motor exhibit. Free event?
Yeah, free event.
Excellent. Make sure you come out on the 18th, grand opening of your Maritime Discovery Centre for the summer season. Well, that does bring us to the end of another go on Shaw TV, the Solstice Festival edition. Make sure you do take in the event. It's going to be a fabulous 3-day celebration of all things artsy in the Alberni Valley. Until we meet again, be good to each other.